A huge welcome to everybody. This is our game of the week. Tremendous buzz in the stadium. You can feel the energy building. Fan base is looking forward to this one, and we're right there with them. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Syracuse Orange. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Noles will kick this deep to get us going. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. So Syracuse's offense comes on the field first today. And here comes the tight end who's having such a great season. Kirk, you talk to opponents, and they always use the same phrase, matchup nightmare, this guy.
Well, what stands out to me with this guy is it's not very often, you're right, that defensive coordinators are most concerned about a tight end. But in this case, that is exactly what we're dealing with. This guy can hurt you in so many different ways.
Syracuse lines up quickly. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's sacked and he brought down right at the 5-yard line.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And the punt team now on to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. And it's taken right on the midfield logo. And the coverage team pens it in and brings him down. So the Seminoles offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. 2 good teams with great individual players.
They'll hand it off. Eludes a tackle. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Boy, another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. He's close to the goal line, and the football comes out. Who's got it? Looks like the defense. Hold on a second. There's a timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get an overturn. Heads up move by the head coach using that challenge. Officials will reverse the call on the field after taking a closer look. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. But the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now. Syracuse lines up quickly. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's intercepted. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
The offense starts with excellent field position. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Makes a quick grab. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And the extra point was up and good.
14, Syracuse, 0.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. And now they run the draw play. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? The 10. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Syracuse, 0.
And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? The returner is brought down. It's a starter for the next drive. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Quarterback keeps the football. And the ball to the ground. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
You know, I like this quarterback's ability in the option game. He just doesn't do a good job of protecting the football here. You've got to be dialed in with your fundamentals, or it can cost you at any moment.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Quick throw caught on the left side. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. To throw, it's Montgomery. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or they have to settle for 3? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Touchdown, Seminoles. This offense cannot be stopped. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kirk.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
Florida State, 28. Syracuse, 0.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it from the gun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Short pass finds the tight end. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. Send the back in motion. First down, looking to throw the ball. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. And here comes the punter onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. No fair catch. Looking to return this punt. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. Still going. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown. Well, Kirk, we knew this guy was a dangerous returner. Took the football and just knifed through that coverage team.
You know, a lot of times we talk about vision. Usually we're talking about running backs trying to find a lane. But returners need to have that as well. And you just saw how great vision allows this returner to kind of weave his way through the defenders for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, and the lead rose to 35-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. We've completed the first quarter, and the run game has dominated. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. An inside give now from the shotgun. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
The pass is off target. See through as the 3rd down pressure works. So the drive stalls, and here comes the punting team. They'll punt it from inside their own 10. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments, come up with a stop here.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
And the Noles are going to take advantage of this red zone trip.
Let's go!
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward. There you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. A fourth down completion to the running back. The play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And it's no good. He missed it. That's just a minor blip there. What's been a thoroughly one-sided dominance.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. It's a quick grab. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Movement at the second level of the defense now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down. It crosses midfield to the 46. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The short completion to the tight end. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And the back now goes in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes a quick catch. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. 3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. They bring the punter onto the field now. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Caught quickly. And they bring them down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Using his legs on the scramble. It's a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Just any time a quarterback starts to take off and scramble, the defense is alert to try to get to him and dislodge that football. He gets some positive yards, but he doesn't take care of the ball and secure it, and they're able to knock it away.
Pressure is coming. And it's incomplete. That's a risky throw on first down. Lucky to avoid the interception there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. And he drops back in the gun. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. 1st and 10 play coming up.
Here we go.
Dropping back. It's Montgomery. Quick throw to the left side. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Caught near the goal line. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. 1 more play before they head to the locker room.
SYR.
And it's caught. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. They keep the offense on the field. Just 2 seconds left in the half.
Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense all over him, and he's tackling the field of play as the first half clock runs out. They elect not to try the field goal to come up empty. Syracuse will kick it off to get the second half underway. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They get the second half started with their running play. Breaking free at the 35. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Well, this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
And tackled after a small pickup there. Second down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun running play call. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Third down coming up after that running play. Back to throw. It's Montgomery. He's looking deep here. It's caught on the left side for a huge gain. Touchdown, Florida State. To stretch the lead, the route is on. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
42, Syracuse, 0.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. It's a quarterback keeper. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Well, that's the risk you take as a coach running this style of offense. And really, as a quarterback, you know that there's a chance you're going to get hit like that. And boy, did he get annihilated by this defense. I'm just happy that he got up and ready to play that next play.
It's a 1st and 10 play.
3:25.
It's a draw play. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. That completion sets up a 2nd down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion.
Out 55 weak.
Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. Still searching for their 1st touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10.
Moves.
He's swarmed by the defense.
Okay, ready.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. And they pick up the 1st on the ground. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. As we break for the quarter, Florida State is on top. It's been pretty one-sided so far at the end of 3. Let's check out the stats. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter.
Here we go.
And he'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9.
42 spider.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he'll get there. Touchdown, Syracuse.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. And I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Holding.
Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Ball handed off. Finding some room at the 25. And he's brought down there. Second down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Jukes to get free. And the Seminoles pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. Handoff heading left. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Snags the quick throw. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The Seminoles starting a new series here on 1st and 10.
Green 25.
Use the running game to chew on this clock now.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And he's got it again. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package.
And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Love the aggressive nature here by this defense on this fourth down. The offense is going for it, and instead of sitting back, they decide to attack that offensive front. They get after him with a lot of bodies, and they're able to come up with that sack.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Second down, we're going to throw it. The pocket breaking down. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this deep.
Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Look out, he's got some space. Steps out at the 5. No touchdown, but an important takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Can the offense convert that pick into points? They're set up 1st and goal. Handoff here from the shotgun. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Touchdown, Knowles. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And the returner is brought down as the clock expires. That will wrap up this football game. Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games that are a little bit more suspenseful. This one got out of hand early, ended up being a rout.
That's putting it nicely, Chris, right? This was a complete blowout, a solid performance.